Hey guys, welcome back to Couchside, and tonight we have an episode about the Senate healthcare bill. It's supposed to be a vote on it by the end of the week that Mitch McConnell's pushing for. Right now, there's about 4 or 5 Republican senators that aren't on board, that they need on board in order to pass it. They're not expecting any support from the Democrats, of course, because we're talking about repealing or replacing Obamacare, which pretty much none of them are on board with. So, guys, what are the big details to look at here?
I expect it to sink first and foremost. It's not going to make it because it's, for one, it's like way out of budget. The Congressional Budget Committee doesn't want it, and it's also being used to fund tax cuts for the rich, which is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and it's going to destroy the Medicaid, and it's projected to kick 26 million Americans off of healthcare by 2026. That's a lot of humans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's like more than double than what it is right now. As of right now, there's between 16 and 18 million uninsured.
No.
And then having it jump to like
by 26.
Yeah, 59 million uninsured. It's absolutely.
It's a good chunk
heinous.
of the population. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be honest here. This is nothing but trying to kill Obamacare and kill Obama's legacy. I mean, this is just another step in Trump and the Republicans' plan to kill that legacy. I mean, we saw it with the Paris, Climate Accord. We saw it with the Dakota Access Pipeline, and now we're seeing it with healthcare. And it's a joke to me, honestly. I mean, you're literally talking about putting a great part of the population off of healthcare.
Oh yeah.
That and probably making it more expensive for people that already do have healthcare that will be able to stay on.
It's affecting everyone. It's affecting people that already are afflicted with some kind of disease, whether it be like heart disease, diabetes. It affects old people because it's going to cut funding for Medicaid. It affects women because they won't have access to birth control, regular checkups, things like that. Because it seems like Republicans find Planned Parenthood to be just like a baby killing machine, and it's not. It's a system
there's more to it.
There's a lot more to it. It's a system that provides women with health screenings, resources that aren't regularly offered, the community.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm really interested to see how this goes. Like you said, I predict it's going to crash and burn. You have 5 big name Republicans coming out against it publicly. Right. It's not like they're doing the secrets of some room. No, they've publicly come out against it, and of course, Mitch McConnell can only lose 2, Republican votes. So the fact that you've already lost 5, now I think about 6 even. Yeah, chances are you're not going to pass this. This is going to crash and burn just like everything they've tried to do.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to be able to court the rest of the votes they need.
Not at all.
The thing is, though, you guys mentioned kind of what this bill would do if it went into law, but the Republicans aren't propping this up as a tax cut. Mm-hmm. They're saying, okay, yes, we're gonna, Medicaid's gonna get downplayed a little bit, but those people are they basically are saying that Medicaid is not being accepted in enough places, so it's better to get them on a different plan. They're saying, get competition by bringing in all the states into the process and all that. So they're not really propping it up for the same reasons you guys are saying, but we know what they're really trying to do. Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, of course.
And that's the thing. You're not going to come out and, you give somebody a poisonous pie, you're not going to come out and say poison's in it. You're going to tell them it's delicious peach pie.
Right.
Hope you eat it, and then you're going to the person's going to keel over.
Right.
So, and that's essentially what this bill is.
I don't think there should be competition when it comes to finding healthcare providers. I think healthcare should be a universal right for all people.
Yeah,
simple as that.
Simple as that. Yeah, it's like that in most of the world.
Yeah.
But if this went into law, it's not like everyone would be losers, right? I mean, you'd have some people that would come out winners, possibly even me, because you talk about young, healthy people. The Obamacare rates, we are getting kind of the short end of the stick on that. If this went into law, I would probably be paying less for my insurance, but the people that really need the insurance the most are going to have the problems.
But if you have pre-existing conditions, they could deny your coverage altogether.
And that would screw you.
That's one of the conditions in this healthcare bill. Yeah.
I mean, the thing at the end of the day, it's all screwed up.
Mm-hmm.
Because here's the thing: there are people like me who gets paid, not paid, but gets good healthcare through my company. I don't know how that would be affected. I imagine it's probably going to be more expensive, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I pay a very, I consider a good amount for my healthcare. I don't stress about that. But it's like if this bill goes in place, I'm probably going to have to pay more higher premiums.
Yeah.
Again, like side on with Obamacare, there are people that are having to pay for Obamacare where it is expensive. I say create a healthcare bill that doesn't touch people that have good healthcare through their jobs and helps people that don't have the jobs to perform. Because obviously, if they have a job that's not paying them healthcare, chances are they're probably not going to be able to afford some expensive healthcare plan.
Yeah.
Make it affordable.
Absolutely. And that's a subject that we also were talking about, the possibility of even Maryland having a single-payer healthcare system where it's state-funded healthcare, and instead of having to pay premiums to health insurance companies, you pay it in taxes to the state. And that's something that's being backed by people like Ben Jealous, who's trying to run for governor in 2018. And it's something that kind of speaks to me because I might end up having to pay less than what I am, and that's a situation that would benefit, me and people like Justin and a lot of people here in Maryland.
Yeah, exactly. And like I said, my biggest worry is I look not so much at myself because I feel like with the healthcare that may be passed by the Senate, it's going to screw me. But I look more so for the people that are going to lose it, the people that are kind of in a powerless situation.
Right.
And that's what really kind of motivates me with this whole thing. There's a lot of people that I know personally that are going to be affected if this goes into place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking grandparents that might lose out on medicine that
yeah.
probably get really decent coverage for their medicines and care because they're on Medicaid or, whatever senior benefits they have.
Right.
That are going to lose out, or even people that work part-time jobs that now have to get Obamacare, but the fact they may be kicked off of healthcare in general.
Right.
And that's part of the reason you have those handful of Republican senators that aren't supporting, because they realize that they come from states where there's a lot of Medicaid use, and they know that this bill, if signed into law, would make some cuts to that, possibly some pretty drastic ones.
Right.
So they don't want to have to go back to their constituents when it's come re-election time and find out, oh no, these people don't want to vote for me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, and that's what's going to happen. I think a lot of what happened, a lot of people that supported like the new Trump regime were like all about this whole "Make America Great Again," whatever, get Obama to office, whatever the case may be. But they're going to realize really quick that he has none of their interests in mind. That a lot of what's going to go into play in the next few years is probably going to be in the opposite.
Just as important as the 2020 election is going to be the 2018
Oh,
midterm
yeah.
elections.
They could flip the House and Senate.
People need to come out and vote.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. And they need to vote for people that actually speak to their needs.
Yeah, that's the thing. Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. Just who speaks to your need. Like, I mean, so many people want to vote, oh, I'm a lifelong Republican, so let me vote Republican. Or I'm a lifelong Democrat, I'll vote Democrat. And that's just stupid. Like, vote for who talks to you. Like, who is really speaking for you. And, I mean, honestly, if that person if Trump speaks for you, cool, whatever. You voted for him, great. But if you're just voting just to vote, that's just simple to me. Honestly, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, part of me wanted him to succeed, but I just see a train wreck getting worse and worse.
Pretty much.
Yeah. This pile of shit just keeps on getting bigger.
But it's also about how you fight that train wreck. If you're someone that's a Democrat right now, or you identify as liberal, you could probably do something better than go out and shout from the rooftops, Russia, 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 blah, blah, blah. You got to focus on the policy substance, too, because at the end of the day, that's what the people in the country want to hear about. They want someone that's going to come out to them with a message, not just say, the other guy's worse than me.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So.
All right, I guess that's our show for tonight.
Yeah.
That does it. And stay tuned because we're going to be coming out with some other updates. We're going to let you know the aftermath of this healthcare bill. Is it going to pass? Is it going to fall short? either way, we're going to continue talking about it and the implications it has for the United States. So stay tuned and watch Couchside and subscribe. Watch our other playlists.
Make sure you comment because we definitely want to hear what you guys think.
Yeah. And hit us up on Instagram. We're there now. So we'll be posting a lot about this coming up.